So I'm Jennifer from the collective. And so what we're doing here today is talking to Christian about a problem that he's having within his business. And we're going to offer him some feedback and possible solutions to help him move past the little bottleneck that he's got going on. So Christian, why don't you go ahead and let us know about your bottleneck?
Yeah, okay. So the bottleneck, just to give a little bit of context. So the services we offer are systems building and go high level, snapshot, custom creation, and support. Some people do like bundled, right? Support and the snapshot and coaching. So it has been an issue lately that perhaps the boundaries haven't been set and I haven't been doing onboarding calls. So it is for some clients, they have access to unlimited support. And so that's in the invoice, that's already paid for. But some people think that they can also get access to me on like Saturday night, on a Sunday night, and they request things ASAP. And everything people request always gets done. Jennifer, you know me, and like everything that you clients request gets done. But some people want it like, okay, in the next 5 minutes, in the next 10 minutes. And sometimes I'm like, I'm not home, it's 6 p.m. I want to relax, go to the gym. And some clients say, yeah, no, I need this ASAP. I have unlimited support, please, ASAP, 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 ASAP. Last week, there was a client that requested a workflow. I don't know if you're familiar with the call connect feature, but the call connect feature in Go High Level basically connects, it calls you, and then whenever the contact replies, it patches the call. So this client requested ASAP. He says, yeah, do a call connect workflow, and we're gonna do a bulk connect. So he wanted a lot of contacts in that workflow. It was not a good idea because that means he was gonna get bombarded with calls, but that's great if you're an appointment setter. Like if you're an appointment setter and you do that, it's fantastic because it connects you to whoever client responds. So we did that. And then he was like, hey, why am I getting so many calls, bombarded? This is a glitch, Like he was basically complaining about something that he requested. And it's in writing. He requested that. It's not like I had a crazy idea of bombarding his phone. So in his mind now, I pretty much don't know what I'm doing. But he requested that.
Okay, I don't know about Jen, but I think I have enough context to offer you my part. Jen, do you have enough context to help with your part?
Yeah, I'm going to ask a couple questions too, but go ahead.
Okay, so go ahead and dive in, Jen.
Sure. I'm going to get a little weird on you. So this is not necessarily in context of the business correlation right now. How do you set boundaries in your personal life?
How do I set boundaries? I mean, I work pretty much regularly from Monday through Friday, and that's pretty much it. So there are not many boundaries set, to say the least, to be honest.
Okay. Do you have a significant other?
No, I'm single.
Okay. Are you close to your family?
Yes.
Okay. If for some reason you don't feel like doing something for your family that you do not want to do, but your mom makes you feel guilty over it, do you do it anyway?
No, because I tell my family that my work is my priority, and unfortunately they get a short end of the stick. Like whenever, for example, my father sometimes wants to talk to me and I have to tell him, it's work hours, I'm not available. I love you, but I'm not available. I have client calls.
Perfect.
My mom also wants a lot of availability with me. Sometimes I have to tell them I'm not available. So my work is my priority,
Okay.
Yeah, maybe too much. Maybe I prioritize it too much, perhaps.
Do you think that is?
Could be because, for example, my mentor, he doesn't respond 24/7. Like he responds whenever he wants, and he charges a lot. He charges 5x what I charge, not 2x, but 5x. And if he fucks up, he tells the client like, "This is the way we do things. You don't like it? Find something else." Period.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little feedback.
Sure.
Boundary setting is huge. Okay. But boundary setting starts within ourselves. So the thing is that if we don't know our own boundaries, how do our clients or other people expect to know our boundaries?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if that resonates. I don't know if that makes sense.
Sure.
Now, for instance, if a client calls you and they want something ASAP, is there SOPs created to set these boundaries for when this stuff happens? Now, I want you to look
No.
at things that are happening in your life, right? Okay. So a client calls you, they want something ASAP, right? Are we reacting to this of, I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe this is happening. So that mindset is about, this is happening to me, not for me to learn from. This is a learning lesson. So this is happening. So you can sit and say, okay, I am now going to set boundaries for what I need, not you as a client. So where this is going to is the fact of, if I don't do this, I am going to lose money, right? That's what you're thinking. That right there, and I don't want to highlight that you have that, but that is a relationship base of codependency. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so maybe to give a
Because we're
little more
not
context, no,
setting
it's true.
boundaries for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm a newer business, so I've been doing this
Yes.
for less than a year. So because I'm new,
Exactly.
sometimes I feel like, no, I need to bend over for the client because otherwise,
Mhm.
the next month is going to be short. That's a thought I have in my
Mhm.
mind.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty
Exactly.
much referral based. So I
And
Yes.
depend on my referrals.
pipe in,
Yes.
Kristen. This is every
Yes.
entrepreneur goes through this. You're not alone. And that's why we picked you to talk to today. Because this
Yeah.
is so common with every person that moves from a solopreneur, just getting started in a business, moving into, now I have a team, I have people to support me. It's kind of in a lack, kind of a scarce of velocity, like you're scared of losing. So you do things that are outside your boundary system. So don't feel like you're alone in
You
this.
overcompensate.
It happens to every business owner
Yeah.
I can think of. So you're not alone. And that's why we're talking about this. So Jen, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. So I have a couple things that I want you to start working on that are homework. Okay. I want you to write this down.
Sure.
I want you to look at your company and look at the things of what you expect in your company to make you happy, because you created the company. So you have freedom, you have happiness, and you have joy. Plus you have money, right?
Yes.
So start creating the structure of what you expect.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, when these things happen to where a client's like, I need this ASAP, I need these things, it's not saying that I don't want you to attune to them, because it is your business. Is now we
Yes.
say, okay, we learn from this. So now I'm going to set in structure. And maybe that structure is that after hours, you hire a VA. And this VA does these things for you that you train them on, whatever it may be, that would alleviate that problem from happening again for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. That's something I also discussed with my mentor on Sunday. So basically,
Yeah.
we're reinforcing that I need to hire somebody for after
Right.
hours. That's a must.
Yes. So I want you to start. This is your homework. Okay. This is
Sure.
massive.
Okay.
Everything that happens that comes in, I want you to think, how is this for me to learn from, to grow? Because when these obstacle comes, it's for me to say, okay, this is for me to learn from, to create SOPs, create boundaries, and create exactly what I want going forward.
Gotcha.
Right? Running a company and having clients is the same as having children. If you don't set boundaries, they are gonna shit all over you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 26, so I've never had nothing close to that yet.
Well, you're getting kids at an adult age, which is even harder.
And it's not, they don't shit all over you because they're bad people. They shit all
No,
over you
not at all.
because they think that their wants and needs rank higher than your wants and needs. Because
Yes.
to them, they are in pain. and they want to alleviate the
Mhm.
pain, and you are the answer to alleviating whatever pain they're in. So if you
Yeah.
think about this, if
Mhm.
your water pipe breaks and your house is flooding, you're calling the plumber and freaking out, right? And you want them to drop whatever it is they're doing and come over and make it stop. That's where your clients
Mhm.
are,
Mhm.
figuratively in their
Mhm.
life, is that their house is flooding and you're the answer. And even if it's the faucet is dripping, they build it into the house is flooding, and you're the person that can make it stop so they don't have to
Mhm.
worry, so they don't have to stress, so that they can have the problem fixed, and then they feel better because it lets their stress go. So that they then give the stress to you, because they then trust that you're going to fix the problem, because you're very trustworthy. I've worked with you. And so you become the parent or the solution or the safety
Yeah.
to make them feel better. It isn't that you're even going to do anything right now. It's just that when you know somebody's coming to fix the leak, you don't have to stress about what you're going to do anymore. You have solved the problem in your mind.
Right.
And so that's part of what goes on. So they don't mean to shit on you. They just need
Oh
that
no, like
stress.
yeah, no,
They
I
need stress
understand. Like
relief.
if they want something, it's not that they are trying to make my life difficult. It's that they are wanting to make their business better, you know. And
They just want
another
Yeah.
their
thing,
stress
Yeah.
go away. It's just as simple as that. They want their stress to go
they
away.
want their stress to go away.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Jen, go ahead.
So a couple things that I want you to do and write this down is I want you to do the one thing that I told you. I want you to now start really building, because you build systems. So start
Yeah.
building your own system,
For my own.
your own expectations, right?
Our-
So it's a mirror reflection, right? You don't have what they want and you don't have what you need right now, right? So build your systems, have your boundaries set with the litigations of like how you're doing services after hours, it goes to this person. They don't need to know why, because you are your own person and have your own life. They don't need to know that you're not going to answer the phone on a Saturday. These are just the set rules. And if they need access, then they have access with whomever it is until you come back into the office at a certain time. And I really think if you can get those key things down, it's going to move a lot of stuck energy around all of this crap away.
I totally agree. Yeah, it's true.
Are you good, Jen? You good?
I'm complete. Yeah, I'm complete.
All right. So my feedback is it's gonna just continue on from what Jen just said. It's like the mechanic whose car is always broken. You're the systems dude who doesn't have systems for himself. I know it's okay. Everybody does
Like
this.
ads
we're
agency,
all
you know, it's like
guilty.
ads agencies who don't know how to
Yeah.
run their own ads, and that's typical.
Because it's personal.
We're all guilty. We're
We are.
all
Yeah.
guilty.
Again, another common problem with people that do the thing, they're bad at doing it for themselves because A, it takes up your energy to do it for everybody else. And B, when you do it for yourself, it's personal and your emotions get involved. And then you get really emotional about it and it's harder. First thing I'd suggest, and I know you have a really awesome onboarding for other people. I suggest sooner rather than later, you get some kind of onboarding system started for yourself. And during that time, set expectations. So people know ahead of time, you're not coming from a place of I'm always available and I'm always going to respond to you. You tell them what to expect from you when you onboard them. This is when I'm available. If it's an
And
emergency.
they'll respect you.
Yes, and they'll respect those boundaries. This is the point person who to talk to. If there's an emergency, here's how you get help. And it isn't calling me. Obviously say it nicer, but setting that expectation during onboarding about when you're going to interact, how you're going to interact, who they're going to interact with, really helps and goes a long way, because if you start to teach them how to treat you, they will forever expect you to treat them that way. So if you teach them that they can call you at 9 p.m. on Saturday night and you're going to answer in the middle of your salsa dancing, they're going to expect you to do this forever. So you're going to have some clients that you've already trained it's okay, and you're going to have a hard time breaking them of that habit because you've already told them it's okay. But from today forward, this is the thing I'd like you to write down. I would like you to promise me you will set an expectation about how you would like to interact with people. And it doesn't have to be a whole ass system, but write down that expectation. Here's the hours I'm available. Here's things that I consider an emergency. Here are things that need a trouble ticket. Here's how you submit one so that we can help you. Here's how I would like to be communicated with. All the who, what, when, where, why. Here's the point person that will manage this, because you can't manage it, Christian. You have too many balls in the air. And the sooner you stop managing that process, the better. We have a client success manager here. Jen has a VA, and I don't know who else she has, but I know she has people to help her kind of take that stuff, make schedules happen, force people to schedule time in your calendar if they want to talk to you, unless it's some house on fire emergency. Obviously things in go high level break, and that's an emergency, but outside of that, they need to schedule time. And the answer isn't threat of increased price, which I've seen some posts of yours about that. That doesn't stop them. It really doesn't, because they'll still take your time and they won't pay you. It's expectation sitting at the front end, and then reminding them of those expectations throughout your relationship. And if you just do this little tiny thing, they're going to know in advance how to treat you because you told them. So if I go on a date with you and I say, I want you to get the door, I like it when you pay for dinner, and I want to be home by 10, I'm telling you what I need, right? And what I want. And then you're probably going to do that. If I go on a date with you and you pick me up and then all hell breaks loose, it's because I didn't tell you what I wanted. I didn't express my needs to you, and people are not mind readers. So if you can, just that one thing would go a long, long way. And then as a part of that, start to build out your onboarding system.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be also, we learned this the hard way. Don't do it in one fell swoop, because it's going to be a hot mess. Start with the basics and then build on it as you run across these roadblocks, because most of this stuff could be prevented in your onboarding. When people get to know you, if you just tell them how it is, they believe you. And it's just that simple on a go forward. So start your onboarding system, but number one, set those expectations. If that's all you do in onboarding, you will be a much happier human. And then find a point person. Like she said, even during office hours, if you remove yourself from the equation from the get-go, you introduce them to that person, and that person is who liaises your calendar and all the things. They don't have as much access to you, and they realize you're busy, and then they'll disturb the crap out of that person and not you. And I know you got people on your team. Pick somebody that's good with people, a client success person, and have them be the point person for that stuff. You talk to Cindy or whoever it is, and Cindy will help manage getting you on my calendar if you need to talk to me, or scheduling that time, because I have other stuff to do. I'm a CEO. And if you have any fires, she'll also manage getting hold of me and working that into my schedule as well. So you and Cindy need to be best friends, wink, wink, make it funny, and then move on with that expectation setting. And then you automatically let them know that, like, hey, I don't even manage this stuff, so talking to me is not going to get you anywhere, because I don't handle it. So let them handle it. And finally, it's okay to give people pushback. They're not going to hate you, and you're not going to lose. They actually respect you more. So it's okay to tell somebody no, or later, or another time politely, and they will be okay with it. As long as you are communicating and you've set the expectation, then they understand your rules. And when you enforce those rules, they're okay.
Okay, great.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, great. Can I add one more thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I would love to believe that will happen. Like last time I told a client, like those 2 hours from 12 to 2 I was not available, like he got mad. And like, how is it possible that you're not available for 2 hours of the day? Like he couldn't believe it. And for full disclosure, he's paying me well. So he's one of my highest paying clients. Now in our agreement, we put up to 1 hour a week. Like he has up to one-on-one with me on a weekly basis. And last week he got already 3, and he wanted his team member to get a 4th one. And then the team member got a one-on-one with me, which I gladly did. And then that team member wanted another one-on-one with me the same day, like a couple hours. And I found that crazy, like we already had the one-on-one, but I didn't say no. I just kind of deflected, I didn't, like I said, maybe later.
This is a Jen
Okay.
thing right here. I just
Yeah. So there's 2 caveats to this, right?
Yes.
So if I have a really high-end client that pays me really, really good money,
yeah,
and they need me, I might take a couple phone calls because they're a really good client. And Jennifer, you'd probably agree with me on that one.
The higher paid
Um,
clients do
yes.
require more touch points and they always go outside of the
Yes.
bounds. So I just suck it up.
Yes.
I suck it up and I grumble internally and then I smile and I do it.
Yes. But if that client is overstepping to where it's not compensating for you for your time, then it's not worth it. So one thing that I want to say wholeheartedly with you is you don't have boundaries set at all for yourself. And I say that with love. This is not being rude. I was the same way and I did the same exact thing.
Me too.
And the thing is that because we don't have, how do I say this? I don't want to say confidence. We have confidence within ourselves, but we have lack mindsets. And that usually is going in from the stages of like working in a corporate office in a field to where it's like you have a 401k, you have retirement, you have a salary, you have all these benefits, right? And you're comfortable in your safety, and you're going into entrepreneurism, which it's like, you don't have that comfortable anymore. You don't have that safety anymore. You don't have that, right? And I'm going to get a little NLP on you. Is the reason why we do this is unconscious, and it comes from not having safety when we were children. So you might say, hey, I had the best childhood ever. My parents were amazing. But there was one instance when you were a child that rocked the boat and made you feel unsafe. And now you have carried that all the way into your entrepreneurism. And I'm going to be 150% honest with you. If you don't deal with that, you will never pass entrepreneurism.
Okay.
It's definitely.
And that's just scientifically, it's just the way we are built.
So how do I resolve that? I need to talk to somebody who specializes in that.
There's a person
Well, I do.
That insecurity.
Yeah.
that way.
It's it's your it's
Okay.
your defense mechanism. It's what keeps you safe. Right?
Gotcha.
And that's just what it is. So, I mean, we can have another conversation about that, on another time. That's fine. But yeah, that literally typically is the base of the root problem.
Okay.
So, yeah. Because when you get that and you're secure, it's like, I'm just going to throw something at you. If shit went wrong and you fucking lost everything, and I retract that from happening to you, would you be okay?
Wait. Can you say that again? Sorry.
If shit went wrong and you lost everything within your business, and I retract that from ever happening, it will never happen to any of us. Would you be okay?
Oof. Not really, to be honest.
Okay. So you would not be okay, meaning that you wouldn't know what to do or go get another job or do anything to make you okay?
No, let me rephrase it. Like I would take the circumstances like, yeah, okay, it happened, but I would rather not happen,
Right? Right?
Yes.
But the thing is that it's a learning curve for us to learn from, to grow, to become a better person, a better
But
entrepreneur,
I wouldn't
right?
I wouldn't hate going to a job, because now I can charge more than in
Right?
the past. So it's not like,
Right?
the
Okay,
life
so
ends,
hold that thought. Hold that thought. You just said I would charge more if it wasn't my company or my business. What is that saying internally within yourself? What are you thinking about yourself? You're not worthy enough?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know either. Do you know?
No, not like top of my head.
Okay. Ask yourself that question and write it down.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
We're our own roadblocks.
Yeah, true. Agree.
I see the wheel, I see the
No, it's
wheels
like,
are turning.
Christian, do you
Yeah.
feel like that's the help you needed?
Yeah, sure. I've taken very detailed notes.
Good, good.
Good.
So if you need any further help, obviously you can always reach out to us. We're in the group.
Absolutely.
We're always here to help you or give you support. Like I've said a couple times, I've known you for a while and I've watched you really move through your career the last couple of years. I'm really super proud of you and the growth
Thank
that
you
you've
so
had
much.
so far. And now that I've worked with you, I have more respect for you because you're very on top of your game. And you're doing a great job. And I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
You
And
are.
you surely help me be better at communication. Absolutely.
We always learn.
Honestly, just by you taking the leap and doing this right here is freaking huge. It shows how different you are because you're asking for help and guidance versus someone who thinks that they know it.
Oh, I appreciate that.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So if there's anything further
Yeah.
we can do for you, obviously reach out to us. Happy to help.
Yeah.
Anytime. And if you have any other questions, obviously put it in the group. We're gonna keep picking people to do these little one-on-ones to help people through their bottlenecks and see what we can do as a group, because right together we rise.